The uneven income distribution creates a huge problem all around the world. The top richest 1% have more than half of the world's money. Why this happens? People in the general society categorize themselves as haves and have-nots. More people live below their means, while few live above their means, and follow their dreams and build up their own empires. Most people struggle in their entire life, while few enjoy their life of freedom. Almost people look for two things in their lives. 1. Money, and 2. Time. When we are small and students, we all have free time, but we don't have money to buy what we want and go where we want. When we became young, we do a job. Then we can have money, but we don't have free time to enjoy our life. We all stuck in busy lives. When we are getting old, in our retirement age, we have money. We don't have time to enjoy our lives. This is the sad reality of almost all the people live in this planet Earth. How many ways there are to generate income in this world? What do you think? 5 or maybe 10 or maybe hundreds or maybe thousands. That is okay to think like that, because there are teachers, doctors, lawyers, employees, singers, managers, business owners, accountants, directors, and even laborers. Like that, we can tell plenty of ways to earn income. But believe me, my friends, these all methods or ways of earning belongs to only 4 categories. We call it as the theory of Cashflow Quadrant, given to this world by the topmost financial advisor, Robert T. Kiyosaki. According to this theory, all the earning methods of people are categorized into 4, which is represented by the letters E, S, B, and I. The E stands for employees. The S stands for the self-employed or small business owners. The B stands for big business owners. And I stands for investors. This ESBI can be represented in 4 quadrants just like this. The each and every penny of this world moving among these 4 quadrants. That is why this is called as Cashflow Quadrant. Please focus your mind on every word and watch till the end. The video might take a bit longer, but stay patient because you can learn and change a lot of things in your life by applying this theory. It shows the pathway to your dream. So, shall we move to the quadrant 1 of Cashflow Quadrant? Employee Quadrant. Who are employees? They are simply workers, the people who works for money. They work for a company or for the government. As examples, staffs, managers, and executives in companies, directors, laborers, government workers, government doctors, like that. And the specialty of these people is that at the end of the month, they obtain a paycheck or what we call as salary from the government or respected company. They work paycheck to paycheck. Their income can be shown by an equation like this. Income equals experience into time. A company director is paid more than a junior staff because the director has more knowledge, more experience, and more contribution to the company or the government. General employee allocates 8 hours per every working days for their job. So, they get at the end of the month of their knowledge and time contribution to the workplace. If they allocate extra hours of working, they can earn more money from hourly rate. That is why people in this category are hardworking. They work hard from morning to night to earn, because they believe more works, more money concept. There are few characteristics of a typical employee. Number 1, they believe in job security. They always look for a job with more security and other benefits. Number 2, they are interested about promotion, climbing the corporate ladder, doing higher education for promotion. Number 3, they try to sharpen their skills and knowledge, believing that they can earn more and build up their life dreams. By doing hard work, they can contribute more to their job and they can earn more. Number 4, they don't take risks when it comes to money. Number 5, all of the employees have a boss.
Are you guys stupid? I'm the boss, and you all must do what I say.
The boss has a direct influence of their lives. Boss has a direct influence in salary increments, performance appraisal, leave taking and other activities of the life. The boss purely controls his employee's life entirely. Almost all the decisions made by a typical employee has a direct influence by his or her boss. An employee knows this better than everyone else. Think a bit about this. Number 6. Employees has a hard-earned little money, just enough to survive. After deep struggle, he tries to save a little in a bank for the future. He is not interested in investing. He is interested only in saving money. The sparrow later tells you in this video about the fate of the money deposit by the employees. Because of these conditions, an employee's income is called as an active or limited income, because he earns only if he works. If he wasn't, he wouldn't get paid. When we again look at the formula, when the time and experience become a limited factor, their income becomes limited. So, every day he has to work hard to earn. He always tries to forget his dreams and try to live below their means, because his salary will never enough to achieve his big dreams in life. He has to work from 20s to 60s as an employee for a limited amount of money. Most people feel enough doing a job after some times, because every day they have to go to job and come back home. This cycle continues every day, what we call as rat race. They trap in a profession which most of them actually don't like. They missed their life path and just addicted to climb the corporate ladder. They do this because they have nothing to do. In someone's point of view, a job is a kind of slavery, a slavery to money. Some people of the S quadrant feel enough of doing a job and they made a decision to get out of this rat race. They say, I feel enough of doing this job and I would start my own business. They come to the next quadrant, which is called as S quadrant, means small business owners. Small-scale shop owners, street sellers come in under this category, and also expertise in fields such as consultants, lawyers, private practicing doctors, dentists come in under this category. Movie stars, Singers also come in under this category. The specialty of this category is the person should be physically present to earn, because they are more specialized in that particular field. I can tell you an example. Every one of us cannot do the tasks of a dentist or a lawyer. He should be there to do that task. Then he can get a charge for his service. The professionals get a high charging rate for a unit time period. The small shop owners also the same. If they want to get an income, they have to open the shop. Otherwise, they cannot get an income. When the owner left the business, there is no more business. The category of these people are called as too busy people. They have less and less in free time. They are always busy with their time. And also, they are called as do-it-yourselfers. They always think no one can do things as best as them. They must be there to do that task. This is their mindset. They say, nobody does it better. I do it myself. The earnings formula of S quadrant people can be told as same as E quadrant. Income equals experience into time. Even though they earn a little more than a typical employee, there is always limitations. The more they expertise, the more they spend, they earn. But the time and expertise both have a certain level of limitation. So, their income also get limited. And the other thing is, they have less and less free time. So, these two left quadrants, E and S quadrants, people earn a limited income. So, their income is called as active income. They are always struggling with free time and enough money. Then we move to the next side of the cash flow quadrant. The right side we meet B quadrant. They are the big business owners. These are the people who creates or owns a business more than 500 employees. By utilizing human and material resources, they build up are called as capitalists because they create capital and they raise their capital. What is the specialty of their system? Their system is duplicable. Let's discuss with an example. Think about McDonald's. All McDonald's in anywhere in the world look and process at the same way. Same color theme, same arrangement of tables, same food items. If they want to start a new McDonald's, they just only have to find a new suitable location and place their already developed business system. Just think a bit. When you eat a hamburger in a McDonald's, you put money into the pocket of the owner somewhere in this world. Initially, McDonald brothers built a system that make a product, the hamburger, delivered to the hands of the customer in 30 seconds. They called it as a speed system. Let's watch how the McDonald's built their high-speed system. Then after that, what did the owner of McDonald's do? He duplicated the system and make a network all around the world, what we call as franchising. This business model made McDonald's to the #1 real estate owner in the world. And one time, an interviewer asked from Ray Kroc, the owner of McDonald's, "Tell us how you built your hamburger business." Ray Kroc instantly said, "Hamburger is not my business. Real estate is my business." This shows how the true capitalists, the business owner, thinks. They don't concerned about the product initially. They're concerned only about the system. The earning formula of these big business owners: income equals number of employees into number of hours working into profit generated from an employee from 1 hour. Let's talk with an example when a company runs with 500 employees. Each employee works 8 hours a day and each employee brings $10 revenue to the company from their works from each hour. The income of the company owner equals 500 into 8 into $8 equals $32,000 equals the net revenue. So, if you are an employee of a company, now you know the exact reason why you ride a budget car or maybe a motorbike while the chairman of the company rides a brand new Ferrari or Porsche. In E-quadrant, I said the employees don't have time and maximum they have 24 hours per day. But in here, the big business owner ultimately earns time freedom with financial freedom. As with the above example, the owners earn 400 working hours per day. The recent classic example of big business owners are Mark Zuckerberg, who creates the world's largest network Facebook, Steve Jobs, Jeff Bezos, all are top capitalists. And any company owner coming under this category who creates the extremely and unlimited wealth. After raising the capital, what does these capitalists do? Some of them are looking for well-developed system and invest on them and multiply their already skyrocketed wealth. And they are coming to the quadrant I, which is the quadrant of investors. In B quadrant, capitalists used people's money and time to create wealth. But in here, investors use money to create more money. Their money is working hard for them. They are the true investors who we called as ultimate insight investors. They obtain more and more assets and money from shares. But you can ask a question. There are a lot of employees who invest their money in stock market. Actually, they are outside investors. With zero financial intelligence, most of them lose their money. And the more money they lose, the richer the inside investor become. So this B and I quadrant, they create passive income. They put money into their accounts even at their sleep. So this is the story of money happens in the world. But there's a sad story. 95% of people in the world lives in E and S, 5% in B and I quadrants. When it comes to money distribution, 97% of money in the world owns by B and I quadrants, 3% left to E and S quadrant. That means a little money divided among a huge number of people, and a huge amount of money is divided in a small group of people. So the E and S quadrants are considered as poor people, and B and I quadrants are considered as rich people. Our traditional school system or traditional education system creates people in E and S quadrant. School never teach you about the money. So give your child a proper financial education. Otherwise, he left as a typical E and S quadrant people who live below their means. So this is the story of all the humans coming under any of these categories. All the quadrants should be there to balance the overall society. It's up to you to decide which quadrant are you in and which quadrant you need to go. To earn financial freedom and time freedom, you have to go to the right side. To become rich, you have to change the quadrant, not the job. Changing job can do nothing to become rich. The same person can earn from different quadrants. Now you can tell which quadrant are you in, whether it is E, S, B or I. And you can now have the ability to tell which quadrant a person is by looking at his mode of income.